Hello, everyone. This is Mrs. Vialba, and this week I'm bringing you your SEL lesson on coping with stress and using coping strategies. Before we get started, I want you to think about one thing you did over the weekend that brought you joy. Remember, we talked about before how we have to choose joy. When we talk about coping with stress, we're talking about the SEL competency of regulation. This is recognizing and managing one's emotions, self-control, self-discipline, and impulse control. We want you to be able to control your actions and manage your feelings and recognize those situations that make you feel stressed. Take a moment and think, why do you think it's important to manage stress? We know that everyone experiences stress, but we can respond in different ways, and we can practice healthy coping skills. Think about during this pandemic, it has brought stress about in many different ways. It forces us to adapt to change. We think a lot about the what ifs. Take a moment to remind yourself of some healthy coping skills. Our bodies are equipped to help us deal with stress. When our body senses stress, there are a series of neurological events that trigger the flight or fight response to help us deal with stress and return to a state of calm. However, when we get stressed often, our stress response may turn off and we respond or act out in unhealthy ways. Here's just a short list of some of the healthy ways that we can help manage our stress levels. One of those: journaling, music, taking deep breaths, keeping things in perspective. And another big one is thinking about our sphere of control. Take a moment and draw a circle. Write down everything inside that circle that is in your control, such as your attitude, your choices, your reactions, decisions, your personal care. Now, draw another circle around that one and write all the things that are out of your control inside that circle. Other people's attitudes, their choices and decisions, the weather, how long something takes, laws. Think about how you can let go of this outer circle and focus on the inner circle. Knowing when to use coping strategies requires us to be both proactive and reactive. When I say proactive, I'm talking about practicing those healthy coping skills each day, not just when you feel stressed. You need to exercise your mental self as well and know yourself. Recognize those situations that have caused you stress before. And reactive, listening to those body signals, those warning signs, the sweaty palms, the tight shoulders, stomach ache or headache. Listen to those signals so that you can practice the coping skills before you get stressed.
Hi, my name is Dr. Jennifer Knapp, and I'm a local psychiatrist. I also have a couple kids in the PHM school district. And I thought, it'd be nice if I could help and go away, give you some tidbits to all the students. And so one of the things I wanted to talk about is, kind of like the obvious, which is that the COVID pandemic has really changed and challenged all of the healthy coping techniques that we use. And so things like sports and exercise and music and social get-togethers and hobbies have all been dramatically changed and in some ways taken away. And so, at this point, it's going to take more work and creativity to find healthy ways to cope with stress and with mood swings. And there is a reason why we put the L in SEL, and that's for learning. And it's because healthy coping is a set of skills that often need to be taught and developed. So things that make up these skills are things like deep breathing, journaling, tapping, counting, distraction. And these are all things that maybe at first glance sound kind of silly, but to be honest, they work and they're very effective. But they do take practice, and there is work to be them. But I can really assure you that when you are able to develop healthy coping techniques, there's not much that can shake you. And so even though maybe your most obvious and common coping techniques right now have been disrupted or taken away, there's always the opportunity to develop more techniques. And so I really encourage you to really pay attention to these SEL lessons that you're getting, and let us all help you to make this time as best as it can. It's a difficult time for everybody, and there's so much that seems out of our control, but there are ways that we can take control, and we can find ways to cope with that extra anxiety and sadness or weakness that I think everybody is experiencing to an extent.
So as we end today, I want you to think, what is one thing that you can do this week to manage your stress in a healthy way? Again, go back to that list, make your own list. Talk to someone, listen to music, take a personal time out. All those are healthy ways. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.